Hey, welcome to my Fury Warrior Mage Tower Challenge Guide. I will start by going over my gear, which won't be very interesting. Then I will show you the consumables and the talents I use. And finally, I will show you a run where I try to explain why I am doing what. Alright, starting with the gear. Basically, I'm using whatever the character has on. I didn't mimic at all at this one. If you want to min-max, you can go to the auction house and buy crit haste gear. Maybe that's the quick blade. You will have to check. No, it's mastery. I don't have any of them. Anyway, crit haste is the best if you want to use it. But like I said, anything is fine. For consumables, they are on the right of the screen. Like in the other videos, I'm using the ones from Shadowlands for enchants and consumables because they are basically free. So there's no point in not using them. The only thing that's kind of special is the Potion of Prolonged Power, which is just the best potion by a very large margin in these challenges. Let's go to the talents. This is fairly similar to a normal raiding build. In fact, it's pretty much the same, just that I opted to get Stormbolt. Stormbolt is used to stun a mob that I will show you later. Otherwise, this is fairly important because we want to have on-demand AoE burst for a specific phase in the encounter. This is also very helpful. And Odin's Fury as well is very important for the same reason that this is important, because we want on-demand burst on a few occasions, and this occasion happens around every 45 seconds, so Odin's Fury should always be up. Yeah, that's about it, and let's start into the run. I will pause the video whenever there's something new happening. Here we see the first mechanic. She spawns 3 imps that cast Firebolt. Every time they cast a Firebolt, they will get a stack, and every stack makes them deal more damage. So you have to kill them fairly quickly so they don't kill you. The debuff doesn't stack very fast, so you do have some time. I just cleave him down with Ravager. I also try to deal as much damage as I can now by using the potion and bloodlust and everything. And I do this because at this phase in the encounter, there's not much happening, and I can focus entirely on dealing the most damage possible. She just spawned 2 new imps. I will explain as soon as we see them. Here we see the third kind of imp, the fuming imp. The fuming imp starts to chase you, and as soon as he manages to catch you, he will start suicide bombing. You do need to either kill them fast enough or kill them with cleave and maybe use the storm bolt I mentioned earlier to stun them, because the bomb cast cannot be kicked. If the cast comes through, it will spawn a giant puddle full of fel that slows you and deals damage. Right now, this wouldn't be much of an issue, but as soon as the fight gets hectic, you do want to have the entire room to run around, instead of having to worry whether there's a patch of bad somewhere. Here we see the second type of imp, the imp servant. The imp servant runs towards Agatha and then starts casting a channel. The channel heals her. The heal can be kicked, and you should do so whenever you can, as well as try to kill them as fast as possible. This is one of the mechanics where I save my cooldowns for. However, I will always save Odin's Fury and Avatar for the other mechanic we will see soon. Here I used Odin's Fury. That's not what's supposed to happen, but I do have Avatar for the mechanic that's coming up soon, so it's not a big deal. See these purple swirlies? Just dodge them. They deal damage, it's not enough to kill you, but it is annoying. The next mechanic is Dark Fury. It's coming up very soon, together with another Fuming Imp. Dark Fury is a shield plus a channel. The channel will deal stacking damage, like the fireballs, so you have to kick it. However, until the shield is down, you cannot kick it. So you need to deal enough damage. On the left you can see the absorb. It's I think 8k you need. So deal 8k damage. When the shield is gone, kick Dark Fury. Another Fuming Imp and Imp Servants. Soon we will see the next important mechanic, which is the Shadow Shield. The Shadow Shield is the mechanic that we want to save up Odin's Fury or Avatar for. She will spawn a bunch of ads, and we want to cleave them down as fast as possible. Here we see a third type of imp, the Umbral Imp. The Umbral Imp will shield her, cast shadow balls on you, and will teleport around to make it harder to find him. You can see she has 3 shield buffs, and as long as she has 1 buff, she will be invulnerable. This is why we save up Odin's Fury or Avatar, I think I used Avatar here, to kill them fairly quickly. Once the shield is gone, you go back to Agatha and do the other imps. The combination of imps she spawns is depending on the timer. The first hour is the 3 fire imps from the beginning, then 3 shadow, and then a combination of fire, imp, and fuming. Kyrian ability to kill these guys. I do have on the bottom left a counter for the healing they do, so I know whether I'm messing up too much. However, every time they just reach her, they will heal about 7k. Another Fuming Imp tries to run away, so it doesn't cast his bomb, and cleave it down. If he does cast, Stormbolt. Dark Fury again, remove the shield, kick. Like I said, I save cooldowns for either these 2 healers or the Shadow Shield. Right now I will have Odin's Fury up for the imps, and I can use Ravager here. The place where they spawn is random, so it can be very good, like here, or it can be very bad, like here. we'll see later. Even in this phase, you need to worry about the fuming imps more than the other imps, because you don't want the room to fill up with bad zones. Another servant spawn plus Dark Fury. I try to kill the shield before the imps arrive. At 50%, she will port to the back of the room, and she will start rolling boulders at you. You need to dodge those boulders, otherwise they will stun you and very likely kill you. Be careful when charging here. If you charge into a rock, it will stun you. Another Shadow Shield. They spawn well, Odin's Fury, and kill him. I also used the Curing ability here because they jumped away from me and I didn't want them to live much longer. Fuming Imp, kite him, stun him. Ravager for these again. Dark Fury, damage her and kick. She will now port to the front of the room where we came in. Fuming Imp, kite, cleave, stun. Shadow Shield, use Odin's Fury. I think I avatar these down. You can use avatar freely, as long as you save Odin's Fury for the Shadow Shield. Leave the imp. As long as you run away, he will not start casting, but sometimes he still does. Remove the shield, kick. And this pretty much repeats. The only thing that kind of changes is that she does more damage, and that she will spawn more imps with the Shadow Shield. Odin's Fury, kill them, run through. In this spot, you need to be very careful, because the rocks plus the ads, it gets very cramped. So you need to take care to not take too much damage. She just spawned 2 new healers, but one important thing, always kill the healers. Even if she gets low, focus the healers. They will heal her too much and you will have issues getting her down. On the rogue that works, but not on the warrior. She ports, Dark Fury, I think I use all my cooldowns now to kill her before Shatter Shield. You don't have to do that. You can just play it safe. You can play this encounter easily for 10 minutes or more. Oh, that's it. She's dead.